Hi, my name is Dr. Austin Erickson, and in the next couple minutes here, we're going to be looking pretty deeply at an issue that is a very important one in America today. It's something that some people estimate affects up to 95% of all Americans walking around today. And it's definitely something that has also been pinpointed as an underlying cause of nearly every chronic lifestyle condition known to man, including cancer, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, anxiety, depression, and many more. So, what is this problem that's so prevalent and yet has gotten so little press these days? It's micronutrient deficiency. So, put in other words, it's just your body's not getting enough of the vitamins and minerals that it absolutely needs to function at its highest. And that has led us to the current situation we are here in the United States, where we have chronic conditions all over the place, all sorts of problems. In particular, here I'm referring to magnesium, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, B vitamins, and selenium, although it can be literally any of the many nutrients your body needs. So, how did we get to this point? How did we wind up in a position where almost everyone in America is deficient in some key nutrient that's affecting their health? Well, without going into too much detail, because this is a whole nother topic, we're going to start with this. It's well known in the scientific community that the food we eat today is nowhere near as nutritious as the food that our grandparents and our great grandparents were eating even just a generation or two ago. Give you some examples just how bad the situation is. 8 of our normal apples today equal 1 of the apples that our grandparents ate, say 40 or 50 years ago. 20 cups of spinach that we would eat now is equivalent to 1 cup of spinach that our grandparents would have eaten. So the absolute just dearth of nutrients in these foods is what's driving a lot of this micronutrient deficiency problem. There are, of course, other issues. There's a lot more toxicity in the environment. There's many chemicals, many of us are on medications, et cetera, that also can leach vitamins and minerals. But the big picture is the food we're eating today just is not as nutritious as it was even 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. And this leaves us in a position where we are actually almost required to take a micronutrient supplement in order to make up for these deficiencies. Now, this is where we get into the meat and potatoes of this video. What should I be taking? As I mentioned, I'm a chiropractor, and I have been in practice for 11 plus years now, and I was into natural health and food and nutrition well before that. So it's probably been 15, 16 years I've been in this field. And I'll tell you, prior to the vitamins I'm about to show you, I have never actually carried a supplement in my office. I have never, specifically recommended one particular brand for an extended period of time. And that's because, frankly, I never found one that worked. Once I began with Q Sciences, just to give you a little personal story here, I saw psoriasis and the associated psoriatic arthritis just vanish. I mean, it was a pretty extreme case, and it's probably because a lot of what I do is already very healthy. But that was something that had been there for literally almost 20 years, and it just changed because of correcting a micronutrient deficiency. And I've seen a lot of excellent results with myself, my family, my patients, things that I've never seen at this level. And so when you're looking at a multivitamin, you have to understand there's a couple things we look for. The first of all is just quality of ingredients. It's very, very easy to go buy a store supplement that costs 10 bucks a bottle or something like that and take it and think you're doing great. I have people coming to me all the time, hey, I'm popping a Centrum Silver or whatever. And it's like, that's great. It's a start. But what people don't realize is that most vitamins on the market are very low quality and they're very difficult for the body to absorb. So while, yes, you're taking, 8,000% of the required, thing of 20 different vitamins, you're really absorbing 1% of it. There's very little research on that. And that's what's so cool about the products I'm about to show you, and I'll talk more about it. But formulated in such a way that your body can easily break it down, grab the nutrients it needs, drop it in your bloodstream and get it to the cells, which is awesome. And 2, the quality of the nutrients is such that they actually, once they get where they're supposed to be, they actually do what they say they do. So let me pull up my screen share here, and I'll show you a few slides where we talk about the vitamins. Whoops, it's being slow. Nothing new there. Okay, here it comes. All right, so this is just to give you an idea of the vastness of the product line we have here. I'm not going to talk specifically about hemp today, but I will tell you that that was another big part of my own recovery. So if you're interested in hemp, shoot me a message. Contact me outside of this video. For today's purposes, we're going to look at the multivitamins, but just to show you all the different types of products we have, and we're going to go over the main ones right now. So this is Q-Core Complete. This actually consists of 4 products, but we're going to focus on Q Max today. That's the one in the lower on the left side there with the orange bottle and Q. This vitamin is fantastic. This is the one I primarily recommend to people now. It's the one that I take. It's a combination of 34 vitamins and minerals. It basically forms in such a way that your body can easily absorb it. It's called chelation. To put that in simple terms, it's set up so that when you take it, it breaks down and absorbed and moves to the cells quickly and easily without having to spend a lot of time digesting. There are over 34 clinical studies on this product, which is almost unheard of in the micronutrient supplement world. And they all demonstrate exactly how well it's absorbed and how well it works. If you're ever curious to take a peek at those, send me a message, hit me up. But it's something that's very unique in the supplement world, and it really shows just commitment to a product that actually works. Just briefly, I'll touch on the other 3. Align is a wonderful combination of botanicals that are designed to fight inflammation, which is, of course, a very problematic thing, estimated to be an underlying cause of nearly every lifestyle, disease we have as well. So you always want to do anything you can to get that down. It has things like ginger, black pepper, curcuminoids, all the superstars of just knocking inflammation down a peg or 2. You also have Q-Biotics. Q-Biotics are just a systematic approach to probiotics that populate your gut with the bacteria it needs in order to dissolve and absorb your nutrients better. This helps not only with the micronutrients, but it's also going to help with all your foods as well. And lastly, there, Q-Silver. This is basically an antimicrobial, antifungal, antiviral agent. You take it daily, and it basically just makes it so that there's silver circulating through your system. It'll see anything in there that's bad, it attaches to it and kills it. It's very effective, very natural, been used in the military for years. Super awesome product. So that's the standard multivitamin. I absolutely recommend that in the pack. You really can't get any better in the market today. But if you're not into capsules, here's another option right here. Now, I know we're not particularly talking about weight loss today, but I wanted to show you this because you'll see the EQ chocolate there. These are meal replacement shakes. They have 20 grams of protein, but what they also have is a full dose of the Q Max vitamin that I just showed you, and it comes in a very yummy, awesome chocolate shake. It's so helpful for if you're having a day where you're just like, man, I want to take my vitamins, but I don't feel like popping any pills, and I got to run and I don't have time to eat. I mean, we all know how those days get. You literally just put it in a shaker cup, you shake it up, you stir it, whatever you do, and you drink it. You've got some protein and a full dose of nutrients just like that, absorbed, ready to go, easy. I personally think it's one of the coolest things ever just because, like I said, you get the full dose of the multivitamin just in the shake. So it's perfect for losing weight, post-workout recovery, or if you're just busier than heck, you got to chase 3 kids around and your life is just going, so fantastic product. Can't say enough about it. I love it. I steal my wife's a lot. She gets mad at me, but it's so good. And lastly, I'm going to show you these. These are one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So these are oral sprays. One thing about vitamins and minerals people don't necessarily realize is that the fastest way to actually take them and most effective would be an IV. Most of us don't have the time or patience, and I don't even know if there are any actual commercial delivery systems, but to use an IV method to get vitamins and minerals in your body. So the next best thing, under your tongue, sublingual absorption. These are vitamin sprays. You can get basically any particular vitamin you're looking for. We have B12, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc combination, which also has vitamin E in it. There is a sleep spray. There is one that helps you control your metabolism. And there's also, you see there, the relief spray, which is actually a very cool one. It actually functions in the place of something like an Advil or Tylenol. So it's an awesome anti-inflammatory and helps you just feel better. These ones are awesome because they're cheap, they're small, you can throw them in your purse, you can keep them on the go. If you have small children that absolutely can't take a multivitamin, you can squirt it under their tongue and there they go. We have a full shelf of these just sitting around our house at all times just because they're so convenient and so awesome. And if you're ever just in a hurry, you're like, oh, I need some C, you know, and away you go. It's so easily absorbed. It's not even funny, and I just love it. My family. So I'm going to pop out of the screen share here. We're going to wrap this up. So once again, just to kind of recap, micronutrient deficiency is such a huge problem in the Western world today. Literally, almost everyone is affected to some degree. The foods that we're eating today simply just don't have the micronutrient value that they did 30, 40, 50 years ago. And because of that, we need a multivitamin that is A, easily absorbed, and B, is high enough quality that it actually does something once it gets there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Now, if it's something you see yourself saying, yeah, I need to try that, then what I want you to do is after you get off this call, you can shoot me a Facebook message. You can email my work account. You can go on our website, www.arvelchiro.com, and contact us that way. Whatever's easiest for you, just get a hold of us. It's easy. My name is Dr. Austin Erickson. My Facebook page is Arvel Chiro. You can get a hold of me there. Or if someone else put you on this video, feel free to just reach out to them and say, hey, I saw the video. I'd like to order. Go from there. They'll take care of you. It's very easy, whatever works for you. But highly suggest, if you're not on it, getting on it. Because honestly, the difference it'll make with your health, your happiness, the fun you're having getting out and doing things that maybe you were too sore or too tired to do before is just fantastic. And honestly, I have never had a series of products help me, my patients, or my family more. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon down the road there. Have a good afternoon.